Hey there all YouTubers. What I got for you today is a 13.5 pound choice brisket. I got a good deal on this. Price was reduced and it looked pretty good. So what I did is I trimmed it up just slightly here. Got some of that hard fat. I really didn't take too much off the back. But what I did a day before is I put a little bit of the pink Himalayan salt on it. And I've seen and I've read some stuff about celery seed being helpful in producing a better smoke ring. So this will be an experiment to see if it actually does help with the smoke ring. So I got some celery seed, and just because I wanted to see if I could intensify that effect with the celery seed, I put it in the spice grinder and I pulverized it down to powder. So I put the salt and then the celery seed on, and there's some pictures I'll show you. Put that on there. Nothing on the back because that's just a fat cap. I ain't worried about that. So now at this point, what we're going to do is just no binder of any other sort except cold water. I mean, that's good enough binder for me. I mean, where's it going, right? So it'll stick. So with the seasoning I'm going with is this 6 pepper seasoning blend. It smells great, it looks great, and it's going to give a nice color. So I'm just going to go ahead and, I mean, what's better than salt and pepper? And I think this 6 pepper blend is going to give a nice color to it. So let me get that on there, and we'll put it back in the fridge because you know you want to keep your meat cold and before you put it on the pit. So alright, let me get that going. Here's the setup. Small hole expanded metal, 1 little layer Kingsford original, 1 layer of royal oak, and I'll be using a little bit of pecan chips and a little bit of mesquite chips. Just going to layer that. Briquettes, lump, briquettes, lump, briquettes, lump. Alright, so that should be plenty of charcoal. That's an extra large capacity charcoal ring in there. Now the reason I like layering those briquettes in the lump is you have the consistency and the slow burn with the briquettes, and I like the flavor of the lump. And also using a combination of lump, you have less ash. And the problem with the WSM is once you get so much ash down there, then you're going to have a problem. At least I'd have a problem with it. So, and then why am I using chips? Well, I don't need it to be extra smoky. I think chips are going to burn a little bit faster, and instead of smoldering like a big chunk would. I don't need a lot of smoke. And for an overnight cook like this, this will be fine. And the reason I don't have so much charcoal on this side is I'll be putting my stoker unit on this side. I want to make sure that there's plenty of airflow. And I'll be using the torch, and I'll just be lighting a few briquettes right in this corner, and it'll just kind of work its way on over. You know what the deal is. Alright, so with this Rat Mod setup, I got the grill stone in there for thermal mass. You guys know all about that. And to catch the grease drippings, just got myself a cheap aluminum pan there that I manipulated, and look how nicely it fits. That's the full size serving pan. So with little manipulation, it fits perfect. All right, we're getting there. All right, so now after we got this 6 pepper blend on here, I hit it with some cold water, and you know why? Smoke sticks to cold wet meat, so into the refrigerator it will go until that pit comes up to temp. Alright, I got my torch starting a couple of those briquettes down in there, and I got my stoker set at 220. I want the temp to be 225, so I'm going a little low for this overnight cook, just to be on the safe side. And that's what it's looking like right there. Alright, it's 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. Get that brisket on. Alright, well, I'd have to say that this 13.5 pounder filled this Celery Smokey mountain up very nicely here. Look at that. That's from end to end there. Boy, look at that pepper. That's going to be good. It's looking great. Alright, so charcoal's going. Get my probe in here and got my stoker set 220, and we're going to go to bed. You're on YouTube.
No, I ain't.
Might be. Alright, we're at the 12-hour mark the next morning here. 223, 215 on the stoker. Pull that fan out for a second. Take this lid off. See what we got. First time I'm opening this. Oh yeah, baby. Look at that nice color on there. Oh yeah, it's looking great. Looking great. Let's go ahead and give it a quick spray here. Oh man. I had the high and low limit 250 and 200, and it did not go off once last night. That thing stayed rock solid all night long. I don't know if you could see down in there. There's plenty of charcoal. Oh yeah, really happy with that. And as you can see, it's turning out to be a nice morning here. Alright, let me get this lid back on. And there's my little setup there. It's looking good. Actually, let's see this temp probe. Yeah, that's alright. Yeah, it's alright. Alright. Oh, that's looking beautiful. Back on. Let the temp settle up. And then I'll plug the fan back in. Alright, so now that I made it through the night without any problems, I'm going to bump up the temp to 230. Now that I seated, I got plenty of charcoal. So, and our internal temp of the meat was about 149. So, alright, let it rock. Alright, just wanted to show you something here. Up in the dome temp, 241, 242, and I have the stoker set at 230. It's a 227. So as you can see, it's a good 15 degrees different between the grate level and the dome temp. So my theory behind putting the stack way down below grate level is the heat has to accumulate and come all the way down and then eventually come out. Now if I had this top vent open over here, all that heat is going up and out. So to maintain temps down at grate level, you're wasting a lot more fuel than really necessary. So that's my theory on this. You guys know what's up. Alright, we're at the 16-hour mark. We've hit the internal temp of 171. Gonna hurry up, get the lid off, and I'm going to spritz it real quick with water and not wrapping, just tinning it lightly. Alright, that's what we're looking like. That's just crazy. Crazy, I tell you. spark setting up real nice. Man, look at that. Alright, we're gonna tin it. Get that lid back on. Alright, 16 hours in. Alright folks, at 21 and a half hours, I can't even tell you what this temperature is. I don't really care. All I know is it's probe tender. See that right there? Probe tender. Get a taste of that here. I mean, look at that. That's, I mean, for choice, I mean, that's nice marble, nice marbling in that point there. I mean, nice color. Very nice. Yeah.
It's very tender.
Yeah, very tender, huh, sweetie?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I mean, look at that. I mean, cooked till it's tender. I mean, no temp. Just, I mean, wiggly jiggly. That's alright, I have to say. Alright, so we are very happy with the tenderness of this choice brisket and the flavor. And one thing I just want to mention is this Tone 6 pepper seasoning blend. It says mostly just peppers and chilies and other spices and salt, and nowhere does it say anything about caraway seed. Well, let me tell you folks that this seasoning here that says 6 pepper seasoning, it doesn't say anything about caraway seed. And I mean, caraway seed is kind of a strong flavor, and I mean, for most it might not be a big deal, but for me, I mean, it was a turn off, and not happy that caraway was not mentioned in the ingredient list. So I will not be using this again for any of my my barbecue. But the pepper flavor and the pepper seasoning, it did give a good color and good flavor besides that overwhelming and powerful taste of caraway. So, okay, Tones, you suck.